Selector Infected Wixoss is basically Madoka Magica meets Cardfight Vanguard. We follow a young girl named Ruko alongside her friends Yuzuki and Hitoi as they fight to make their wishes come true. The card game named Wixoss gives them the power to do so, as they make friends with their avatar cards called Elrigs and borrow their power. These cards possess personalities all of their own, life forms within the cards that do battle for the will of the ones that possess them. These people are called Selectors. Ruko became a Selector one day when her brother bought her a deck to try and help her make new friends. There's hints of who her mother was and the actions she made, but we never truly learn what happened this season, and whatever it was, Ruko and her brother were left in their grandmother's care. Ruko is a caring and outgoing girl, a carrier of the white deck, with her Elrig named Tama being an energetic, battle-hungry powerhouse that seems less intellectually developed than the others. Ruko's motivations are poorly defined though, leaving her a mystery but hard to root for because of it. Tama starts out by making noises similar to a cat's meow, barely able to say actual words and living only for the next battle. Her knowledge of the human world is seemingly non-existent, but the bond she has with Ruka and the experience she gains throughout battle helps her understand it all better. Our duo's first battle is with a girl named Yuzuki, a classmate of Ruko's and her Elrig Hanayo. Yuzuki uses a red deck, focusing on directness and overwhelming their opponents with a barrage of attacks. It reflects Yuzuki's personality quite well by being as honest and straightforward as she is, but it doesn't leave much in the room for strategy. Yuzuki's wish may be hinted at early on, but it's something to experience in the show, so I'll move on to Hitoi. Is a shy and timid girl, not good at opening up and worse at meeting new people. Her Elrig Midoriko is her first friend, helping Hitoi achieve her wish of having other friends as well. Hitoi deserves the entire world, but she gets the worst outcomes throughout the series. Poor girl is constantly used as an example and develops just to get broken back down. Fair warning there, and I won't spoil the hows, but instead let's talk about the whys. In order to achieve your wish, certain conditions have to be met. You need to win a certain amount of battles, the number being different for each person, and you have to know what you want your wish to be, making sure that you don't lose 3 battles in the process. There is one more condition that isn't as easy to pinpoint. It differs greatly depending on the person, and due to the rule not really being established, it's basically just about waiting until the plot needs it to be met. If you lose those 3 matches, however, the opposite of your wish comes true. So if you wish for someone to love you, they'll despise you instead. If you wish for friends, you'll become unable to make any. If you wish to become healthy from a sickness, that sickness will take your very own life, such as the risk of a Selector. There's 2 Selectors that exploit that risk, models at the same agency that are polar opposites of one another. Akira, a short orange-haired beauty with an ugly personality. She preys on the weak, the rookies, taking on only those that she believes she's guaranteed to win. She uses the misfortune of others, manipulates people's desires, and weaponizes their fragility until she can find a crack or in the end make one of her own. On the other side of the coin is the woman Aki hates more than anything, a black-haired model more popular than her, a girl named Iona. Iona picks fights with the most powerful Selectors that she can find. The stronger the better, as she looks down on everyone that doesn't have the same power. The card battles that involve the Selectors do leave a lot to be desired though. With stellar animation from JC staff, I expected far more than what we got. Battles are few and far between, consisting mostly of throwing spells from one field to the next, with rare and sparse close combat encounters that truly let the animation shine. The card battles are, just like Cardfight Vanguard Overdress, underutilized. They take a backseat to the drama, and because of that, they aren't explained very well either. The simplicity of the battles make them easier to follow than Overdress is, however, with the Elrig evolving every turn in order to use more powerful spells and in turn deal more damage. Creatures can also be summoned on turns and they can attack as well, but since we don't actually get to see the cards and the stats, it's hard to know just how much potential the summonings have. Hopefully it's something that is better showcased in the next season. The opening and ending themes help set the tone of the atmosphere. The OP is energetic, hyping us up for the show while introducing the characters and the animation that we have to look forward to. The ED on the other hand is far more reflective and melancholic, giving you time to consider the events of the episode before moving on to the next. It suits the show's slower pace rather nicely and complemented the emotions the show attempts to convey. I'd listen to them both outside of the show as well for whatever that's worth. The music within the episodes was good as well, suiting the scenes they were a part of nicely without much of a disconnect between what we see and what we hear. The storytelling drama aspect is a little harder to talk about though, with the risk and rewards of each battle, the possibilities in terms of wishes, and the dark layers of mystery involved with each. There's a lot of potential. It's a very slow burn though, and although that could be a fine prospect, it's very much wasted here. Questions are raised but never answered. The show spends too much time asking questions, giving hints, and then them leading to nowhere. Yeah, there's a second season out, but in 12 episodes, it truly felt like it took too long to really get anywhere. Then when the show does start to answer some questions and the pace starts to pick up, it's done by exposition and feels really rushed. There's also a lot of emphasis on an incest is Wincest plotline that tries far too hard to get you to root for it and feels kinda preachy at times. It tries to normalize something that isn't normal for a reason while demonizing the people that look down on it. It doesn't ruin the show, but if it's a deal breaker for you, it's definitely something worth me bringing up. At the end of the day, I believe this is an underrated show that came out in a time when everything wanted to capture the audience of Madoka Magica, and it really hurt itself in the process. The show has some brilliant ideas, even if the writer's implementation of them doesn't always hold up. It going on a darker route sets it far apart from other card game anime, however, so if you're in the niche that sees Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the overdressed card fight iteration as too childish for you, then this could be for you instead. It does a decent job touching on the struggles people face in a world driven by desires, greed, and the pursuit of personal gain. I enjoyed it, and it's worth giving a shot if nothing else, but keep in mind that it's definitely not perfect. Whether or not you'd watch, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if I helped you out, and for more news, reviews, and whatever we choose, stay tuned to Nerdsfeed. Have a great day. Thank you.